Hello everyone, my name is Clantis and welcome to the Clan. So without further ado, let's get into this video. I know guys, I'm a little bit late. I was stuck in traffic, and not only was I stuck in traffic, I still needed to go to the shop. Of course, Woolworth was close. I had to run to ShopRite. You know ShopRite, right? Anyways, let's not get there. Guys, before I get any further with this video, please smash me the like button and don't forget also to click the bell notification after you have subscribed. Guys, I don't know if you've noticed, we are growing. So let's keep growing. Thank you so much, guys. So let me also ask you once again, guys, go to my business channel and just watch the videos. That's all that I need out of you. Just watching the videos. I did see some of you, you guys went there in your numbers because we managed 30 hours just yesterday alone. So please, let's continue. If I can get 100 hours a day, I'll be very happy. I beg of you. Thank you all so much for this because I highly appreciate it. Let's go to the Gauteng High Court at the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. Dude, the drama that was taking place at that court, courtesy of the judge, mind you. So, yeah, Advocate Baloyi, once again, trying to undermine the legal system of this country. We have a law that he is guided by. It's called the Criminal Procedure Act 51 of 1977. But this man decides to go his own route and also interpret this law in his own way regarding discovery of documents. This man came with a reduced statement and he wanted to have a trial within a trial with a reduced statement, and rightfully so. Advocate Mnisi stood up and said, no, we are not going to continue with the trial within a trial with this mess. I don't understand, because I would have thought that these type of situations would have been dealt with at pre-trial. Kante, what was the whole point of having a pre-trial before this trial even began? Because this is where all that Advocate Baloyi needed to do was to be transparent to the defense and say, hey, we have some amendments that were done on this particular statement, and there was another amendment that was done in this particular statement, and also there was a shredding and destruction of a statement of Zungu where he wrote with his own hands. And how this court admitted that into records, I have no idea. Because this court continued to say, I rule that a trial within a trial should commence and a trial within a trial began. Oh my goodness, it did not begin without any drama, because the man that took the stand himself, guys, say whatever you want to say. Honestly speaking, if you have a logical thinking mind, you would have looked at this man with a side eye like, I don't think so. Whatever you are saying, I could even safely say it's a lie, because it was a lie. Yes, I was not there. Yes, I was not at Fort Loras on the 26th of October 2014. Yes, I was not at the arrest of these men. I don't know them. I don't know Baloyi. I don't know the defense lawyers. I don't know the judge. However, though, I do have a brain. I know my brain. And then when my brain is like moving at a fast pace, faster than the speed of light, I'm like, wait a minute, Mr. Witness. What was his name again? Mboto. Somewhere there. This is a retired police officer who was tasked to be the one that leads the interrogation / questioning of accused number 1 and 2. He says that accused number 1 and 2 were arrested around the 30th of May 2020. And on the same day, listen to this, on the same day, they were then brought to Diepkloof police station, where he commenced with the questioning. Now, according to the Constitution, this is section 35 of the Constitution that this same very judge that read it before he ordered that a trial within a trial should commence, speaks of the accused or the suspect to have a lawyer present, and that anything, they do have the right to remain silent. Anything they say will and can be used against them in the court of law. I'm sure you've heard this many a times before in the movies, on Uzalo, and wherever else that you watch your soapies, your movies, your TV dramas. and things like that, because it is the constitutional right of any person that is arrested in South Africa for them to be given or at least told those rights. And then one of the line talks about you have a right to an attorney. You cannot say anything without the presence of an attorney. And here's my question. You arrest a person on the 30th and bring them for questioning on the same day. You don't give them time to call their lawyer. Oh, wait. They did mention that they have a lawyer by the name of Nkuna or something. Shouldn't it have been... Oh, wait. I don't know how the police work. I don't know. But I'm just thinking. And no, I'm not, because I'm taking leave from the movies and TV dramas that I've been watching, even though I loved Ally McBeal, The Practice, West Wing, what else that were used to be like legal dramas, and I was so sure that I was going to be exactly like those lawyers if I ever go to law school. But anyways, we are not there. I was like, wait a minute, I think accused number 2 mentioned a lawyer by the name of Nkuna, somewhere there. Should it have rang in this Mboto's mind that, okay, so he has a lawyer. Stop the questioning. Ask the suspect, can you give me the numbers of your lawyer so I can call them and let them know that you are here? No, he doesn't do it. Instead, he's questioning a person who has never been arrested in his life, who has never written a police statement in his life, who has never been convicted of a crime before, let alone having a pending case. And this individual is telling you that I do have a lawyer, and then you don't stop the interrogation and call his lawyer to come and let him know that his client is in custody and they are about to question him. If the lawyer says, oh, do not question my client without me present, that would not take a day. That is something that you have to arrange. When you arrange something, such a thing with a lawyer, remember, a lawyer is not sitting in his office twiddling his thumb waiting for a call from the police. He has other cases to attend to, and therefore they would have given some time that he would say, okay, I'll come on Wednesday. In the meantime, they need to charge him, and then he needs to meet the magistrate before 48 hours has expired, and then you can then have this lawyer present during questioning. And when he submits, admits, or writes a statement or a confession to the police. And another thing that I could not get over, and I still can't to this very moment as I'm filming this video, is that, okay, comment down below. Just comment down below and let me know you got arrested for shooting and killing an individual. And you know the prospects, if you are found guilty, where you are going and for how long. This is life imprisonment we're talking about. And then you tell me when you are caught by the police, or you are actually caught and brought for interrogation, and then you are asked, would you like a lawyer present for this very exercise? And you say no, knowing fully well that I've never dealt with this in my life before, and then you say, no, I need unless you are telling me you did go to law school and you know how to represent yourself and you know what to say and what not to say. And then on top of that, which I do believe with all my heart, because we know how the South African police service work, they work exactly like the apartheid government police. What do they call against special force? They coerce things out of you by using violence. That one we can't run away from. Is it Mthokozi Simadlala or was it Mthokozi Sitwala, I think, who said he was brought from Durban and to Pretoria, where he was put in a room and 2 men entered. They tortured him the whole night just so that they can get a confession out of him. What would stop the same people do the same thing to these two? Remember, Mboto said these suspects were brought by a Metro Police. Let's talk about accused number 2. He was brought by the Metro Police of Ekurhuleni for this questioning. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, go on. And he says he brought him to him at the Kloof police station. And then I'm like, okay, go on. And then this is when he starts there are pre-questions that you can ask, or questions that you ask before you can start making your confession or admission. No, this man goes on to lie through his teeth under oath that he did do the pre-questioning, including reading him his rights. Because the suspect then, which is accused number 2, says he was first driven around. If you remember, his father also talked about the police bringing him home in Kwanongoma, and where the police actually made a deal, or attempted to make a deal, of 100,000 rand with his father. And then the father says he saw that his son was beaten to a pulp. Of course, all of that, these policemen, including the second witness after Mboto, denied all of that this man was, though these witness, these accused were tortured. We know how the police service work in South Africa. We know them. They are violent people who don't do their work, and the only way to do an investigation and have a conviction is to coerce it out of you, whether you are innocent or not. That is why I want to make a call to anybody that has been arrested before and was questioned by this particular Mboto, if indeed he followed everything that he told the court. Because in the court, he sounded like a sweet konyana who is so professional, competent, and does everything by the law. Remember, when the judge commenced with the trial within a trial, he read section 35 of the Constitution, where confession itself is an admission of guilt. You know what also I found very interesting was the fact that when Zungu was on the stand, and then I think Advocate Steve Ramusipili was asking Zungu about his presence with alleged Inkabi, and then the exchange of guns. Why didn't he, maybe I think it was about his own gun, handing it over to a civilian, and the judge stood and invoked section 35 of the Constitution and says, you know that this witness has a right not to incriminate himself. And today, he is granting a trial within a trial where possibly an accused made a self-incriminating statement. Okay, fine. We're in now. There's no going back. I know the other people be like, but you are comparing apples and oranges here. One was a witness, the other one is an accused. I know. But the context is that this judge protected Uzungu from self-incriminating himself when he was asked pertinent question as a police officer hanging out with alleged Inkabi, and on top of that, hands over his service pistol to a civilian, possibly who does not possess a firearm license. But no, that is going to be incriminating testimony. So no, evoke your section 35 of the Constitution so that you are protected. But let's not protect accused number 1 and 2. Let's have a trial within a trial, knowing fully well that accused number 2 has no experience with the law. Chances are, let's say indeed there was no coercion, there was no violence, or was put under duress, and indeed he felt like, you know what, in my good conscience, let me just tell the truth and say, yeah, but isn't that itself self-incrimination? Where section 35 should have been evoked by the same judge like he did with Zungu. I'm just saying, guys, I'm just saying. It was also quite interesting to hear that accused number 2 said, it was not brought by one police officer. He was brought to Diepkloof by a squad of police. In there, Ginindi was there. Also, Joyce Buthelezi was there. I think Makubo as well, because he mentioned about 6 or 5 people that were there, including another squad of police that had taken him to that police station in Diepkloof. And this guy understands that, no, I only know that indeed, an accused or a suspect must come not with one police, but must be escorted by police officers. However, though, if indeed there were other police officers, I did not see them because I was already seated in the office. I think it's a lie. I think it's a lie. I think this man was told during the day that, hey, prepare a confession along these lines. Here are the pointers that you are going to type. Because he says it's quite good with translating languages, Afrikaans into English, English into Afrikaans, into Zulu, and into Sotho, and all of that. Obviously, he's been working since 1986 under the South African Police Services. So he kind of like knows the formula of writing a statement, particularly confessions, because while accused number 2 was busy with other police officers in another office, he was actually getting beaten. This particular Mboto person went there and told the accused number 2 that, listen, if you are not going to sign here, then I'm just going to leave you with these men. They are going to continue to beat you. Come on. Have you ever had, you can even experiment this, and I don't want you to do, no, don't experiment. Don't do it. But I don't know if you've experimented or you played around with a bread plastic and put it over your head, and then when you couldn't breathe, you realize, oh my goodness, what's going on? And then have you ever done that? Do you know how painful that thing is? Now this is happening to a grown man who knows that if they put this longer than they should, I would die. He's young at this particular point in time. Still young at this particular point in time. Are you not going to say, oh my God, okay, let me sign so I can get over and done whatever is going on with me? On top of that, he was asked if there were any injuries that were on the suspect. Of course, he's going to say no, there were no injuries. The only injuries that he saw was because of the handcuffs being too tight. Imagine that torture. Your blood flow is being cut off because of handcuffs. Alone, that is torture. That is torture. That is coercion. That is being under duress because he had to ask, can you please loosen these handcuffs? So it's incredible to me what I was hearing. So I don't want to talk too much about what had happened because I'm still quite interested to hear, because we are still at a trial within a trial. And I'm interested to hear what this witness on the stand currently is going to say, and the magistrate. And I think the magistrate herself, it's got something to do with the 48 hours. Remember, when you are arrested, you must be charged within 48 hours, and then the next day you must greet the magistrate so that your name can be published, that this is the individual, this is the name of the individual. Before you meet the magistrate, your name cannot be published. So that's the purpose, I think, of meeting the magistrate the following day. If you got arrested on a Friday, of course, Saturday and Sunday does not count, does it? I don't think it counts as the 48 hours. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But on Monday, you are taken to court to meet the magistrate. So I think that magistrate is going to say, no, the suspects or the accused now, they were brought to her court within that 48 hours. Yet, accused number 2 says he was arrested on the 16th of June. And then I think around the 19th of June or July, a month later, he was then charged and all of that. If you remember, he also met Buthelezi in Northwest, and he was unclean, he was smelling, and then Buthelezi gave him 200 or 500 rand so that he can buy soap and other stuff to clean himself up. That is why I feel like Buthelezi, okay, maybe, yeah, Buthelezi was on the stand. Yeah, indeed, he was on the stand. And I think he did say something like that. So that is proof enough for me that indeed this man only saw the magistrate whenever these police officers wanted him to see the magistrate, because they were busy torturing him and making sure that they get a confession out of him. So at the end of the day, what are my thoughts? My thoughts are, this is South Africa. It's a constitutional democracy. And what I was hearing today, I'm sorry to say, it was a bunch of hogwash. Absolutely bogus what this witness was saying, Mr. Mboss. And then I want to say something. I'm not that type of person, but when it calls for it, I become that type of person. I hope that something, not something that's going to take anybody's life, but something painful, so painful, unbearably so, that all the people that testified, that still to testify, and is testifying suffer from something that is going to force them to confess all of everything that is going on. Who told them to lie, why they told them to lie, and what were they going to benefit from lying. And that's the only way they can break this, I don't know what you want to call it. In order for it to break, they first need to suffer and then come and tell the truth. And anybody else that is going to follow to do this mess, they think twice that, oh, I don't want to catch that thing. I'm just going to come on the stand and tell the truth. Starting with Gininda. I'm sorry, start with Gininda. I think it's time we also became harsh as people who are watching this atrocity, this miscarriage of justice that is taking place. And then this judge keeps saying, I don't want people to accuse me of presiding over an unfair trial. In my mind, I'm like, Judge, do you watch The Clan? Because you sound so much like Clantis on The Clan. But anyways, that's what he said. He doesn't want to be accused of presiding over an unfair trial. He is presiding over an unfair trial at this point. That's it. And then I was asked a question earlier as well that if suppose the trial within a trial is dismissed, or maybe like the evidence or the confession is dismissed, what then happens to accused number 1 and 2? I don't know what will happen to them, but if I rub my two IQs together, that is an acquittal. They get acquitted. There will be no point in carrying on with them on the main trial. I wouldn't understand why they would, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Somebody in the know, please let me know, because we are interested to know what will happen if these confessions are dismissed. They are not admissible into the court records. For me, I'm thinking it's an acquittal. They walk free. Of course, accused number 2 goes home. Accused number 1 continues with his prison sentence if he is in prison. That's all that I think. But I think, guys, honestly speaking, what I was hearing was hogwash, bogus. However, though, with the second witness, I felt like the beginning of his testimony was telling the truth, but when it came to the meat of it, where he was transporting, this is a constable for the past 15 years. I thought Zungu took the cup, but this one, I don't know how the Metro Police work, how promotions work, but logic tells me that every employee works towards a promotion after a certain period because we keep goals. My goal is to get him promoted every 3 years, at most 5 years. That's my goal, personal goal, when I am working. When I'm 15 years, you are still a constable. And the other part that blew me away, you are a constable in a SWAT unit. Maybe it's experience that got you there, but still, wow, that's all I can say. But anyways, guys, those are my thoughts in this video because I wanted to touch on Baloyi and his crookedness. Why all your documents, Mr. Baloyi, have to be edited? Why all of your documents have to be edited? And when you edit them, why don't you tell your learned colleagues, hey guys, there was an omission here, or there was a mistake here, and then I made these omissions. Tell them in advance. Don't come and pull a fast one in court because you know that the judge is on your side. That is why you are doing this. It's frustrating and it's upsetting and it's not being transparent. Remember, democracy, you need transparency because it's in an open democratic process. What is wrong with you understanding that? And all of your minions that actually think you are doing a great job. When you've lost this case a very long time ago, when are you going to stop wasting our tax money? Honestly speaking, you and the judge. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, give it a like. If you didn't like the video, give it a like. Anyways, do subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to click the bell notification so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody that's super thanking the channel and supporting it financially. I highly appreciate you guys. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought of today's proceedings. What did you think about this Bosch, that witness that took the stand, because I think he's a crook himself. My opinion. My opinion. And may you suffer, sir, in what I just said. So much so that you come running and you confess that you lied on the stand about accused number 1 and 2. That's the only way this is going to break, by you telling the truth. And everyone else that has already took the stand and is taking the stand and to take the stand. If you lie, suffer. 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 Okay? Anyways, guys, please do watch other YouTubers' channels and videos. Give them the like and also subscribe to their channels. Thank you all so much for watching. See you next time with a new video. Goodbye.